So hey there guys, welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to go through some of the most common scams that you may come across when you visit Thailand. So let's get straight into it. And number one is the taxi scam or taxi meter scam. So this is particularly prevalent at the airport. So when you arrive, you're jet lagged, you're a little bit tired, you don't feel like getting the train, the BTS into the city. You might, you just want to get into a taxi. So you jump into a taxi outside and the driver refuses to turn on the meter. So you may, he'll probably be very helpful and friendly. Oh, don't worry. It's not expensive, but you must insist that they turn on the meter, because if they don't, you'll be open to all kinds of overcharging. They'll probably drive you around the city, take you somewhere else, and yeah, it'll be a really bad start to your holiday. So be very careful when you get into a taxi in Thailand, especially at the airport, and if you do, insist that they turn on the meter. I would advise you to download the Grab app or the Bolt app, and you can use this to pay a set price from the airport or wherever to where you're going. So the fare to the airport is between 400 and 500 baht normally, so don't pay any more than about 500 baht from downtown circumference area to the airport, or vice versa. So scam number two, guys, is the Tuk Tuk Scam. So you see tuk-tuks all around the city, the little three-wheel trikes, and these guys are really friendly. They'll come up to you, hey, where'd you go, how are you today, where are you from? They have a little placard with them that shows you where they can take you, but again, once you say yes and you get in and you jump into the tuk-tuk, he'll speed away. He'll probably ignore you when you ask about the price, and they may take you on a detour to a jewelry shop or a restaurant really far out of town, and they can often get pretty aggressive if you start to complain, and again, not a nice thing to experience on your holiday. So not all tuk-tuks are bad, most of them are pretty good, but there are quite a few bad ones, and avoid the overly pushy tuk-tuks that you see around the town. So on to scam number three, and this is the temple or attraction closed scam. So again, this one often involves tuk-tuks or taxis, or you may be approached on the street by someone who's really friendly. Where are you from, how are you today, welcome. They'll coerce you into going somewhere with them, or they may ask you if you're on the way to somewhere. For example, the Grand Palace, and they'll say to you, oh, the Grand Palace is closed today, and okay, but don't worry, I can take you to another place. So this one is quite common. I've experienced this one myself, and you get into a taxi, tuk-tuk, tell them where you want to go, and unfortunately, oh, the road is closed, or we can't get there, there's flooding. This is not true, of course, and again, they will take you far away to jack up any fare that they've suggested, or they may take you to a jewelry shop or their brother's restaurant, for example. Again, if you start to challenge them, they can get quite aggressive, so avoid this one, okay? Next one to look out for is pickpockets and petty theft. So especially around the BTS stations where it's really busy, coming out of the airport, getting on and off any kind of public transport, and especially at the market. So be very careful for pickpockets. Keep your valuables close at hand, close by at all times. Even cover your wallet underneath your shirt, for example. Don't leave anything hanging out like phones, things like that. And just use common sense, guys, especially with this type of thing. So on to the next scam, the bird food seed scam. So this one, not so common these days, but you do see it around the Grand Palace sometimes and around other big tourist attractions. So there will be people there feeding birds, throwing seeds onto the ground for the birds, and they will encourage you to join in. This is especially annoying if you have kids, because obviously the kids, they love to get in there, throw the bird seed. It's great fun, but unfortunately, when you do this and then you try to walk away, they will demand money from you, and they can get a little aggressive, and more people will start to appear if you refuse to pay. So again, be careful if anyone offers you bird seed to feed birds anywhere. I would turn this down. So finally, guys, another big scam if you go to Pattaya or Phuket is the jet ski and scooter scam. So I wouldn't advise you to hire a scooter, in Thailand or Vietnam anyway, unless you have a full license. And even then, think very carefully about it, because it's extremely dangerous driving on the roads here. If you go to Phuket in particular, don't hire a jet ski on the beach, because these guys are notorious for taking your passport or taking a large deposit, and then when you get back from your 15-20 minute jet around the bay, they make up some sort of damage. Oh, there's a huge scratch, there's a huge dent, you have to pay 30,000, 50,000, 150,000 baht, I've heard. So I really would not hire a jet ski anywhere in Thailand, guys. So when it comes to scooters, I don't think you're going to experience too many scams with scooters, but you can. Again, returning the scooter, oh, it's scratched, it's damaged, it's chipped, you're going to have to pay this. We've got your passport. Unless you pay it, we're not going to give your passport back. So just be really, really careful when hiring a scooter in Thailand or Vietnam. But I really would totally advise against hiring any kind of jet ski in Pattaya or Phuket in Thailand. Okay guys, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Just a very quick overview of the top scams you may come across in Thailand. Please subscribe to my channel if you like my content and you haven't subscribed already. Plenty more cool stuff to come from Thailand and of course Vietnam, where I live. Thanks for listening guys, I hope it's been helpful. Have a great day.